So here's the thing. I turned my mic on and then the computer shut it off, which is awesome. So let's start all over again. I'm Antonio and you are awesome. So here's the thing. We've got a big topic coming up. Summer of Geek, having a lot of fun, but I cannot do this alone ever. And I think this is the perfect episode, the perfect one to call in people to jump on this topic because we're going to have a lot of fun with it. So I say this to me, my co-hosts. Let's start with the braids.
Go next.
Awesome. Let's start with the man with the immaculate hoodies.
It's on site. it's on site. Representing Xavier.
See? And let's start with a man who has the most obvious. Actually, you know what? Him and Jabba might have to jockey for position for best hair on this episode. Obviously, I'm not winning that competition.
Oh, right.
You can't hear me? Really? Oh, no. Still can't hear me, Keith? You all can hear me, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you joking with me? Really? Come on. I'm going to take you out of the room and I'm going to bring you back in, Keith. The way he's looking up at us. Can't take it. Oh, my God. Keith, can you hear me? Really? No, I can't hear you because you just muted yourself. Well, he can't hear me.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay, but I can't hear you at all.
You still can't hear me?
Yeah.
All right, this is what I'm going to do, Keith. I'm going to take you out of the room, and then I want you to log back in. Cool? You can't hear me.
Sir, he's playing with you.
Are you seriously playing with me?
Because as soon as he said you can't hear me, and he said no, you're like, that's it. That's just
I'm seriously because I'm so in show mode that my mind is like right here. I can't even. Oh. No.
Wait, are you serious now? Because now I'm starting to question it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna type Keith a message.
Nixon 5.
Yes. I love these moments. This is how you know I'm not stressed. Check your message. Okay. I'm gonna log you out. I'm gonna log you out. You're gonna come back in.
I really feel like he's playing with you.
I'm hoping he is, but I know he's not because I can tell what is fake. Because the joke would have been over by now.
I mean, I don't know. It could be introduction.
I mean, yeah, it's possible. And we're gonna add it back in. Now, can you hear me, Keith?
Hello.
Nothing?
From the great beyond.
Nothing? This is dastardly, folks. Folks, I apologize for this. I'm gonna, and he can't take that to see that, so I'm gonna message him real quick then. Tell you what, I'm gonna kick him out. Well, not like kick him out like that, obviously. Folks. I'm gonna kick you from the studio. If you want to prevent this person from rejoining, you should ban them. Okay, no, I just want him just removed from the studio just so I can get him back in here. I apologize for this, folks. This is the type of quality that we bring. Oh my God. I actually love this.
I kind of thought that he was joking, like how, like when last week when you were talking about like traffic, when we were talking about the World Cup, I'm like,
oh
no, we're serious.
No. Like that was legit. Like, I just
And we
didn't
thought
do
that you were legit too. We were like, no, we were talking about the World Cup, but you were talking about something totally different.
Well, I didn't know that y'all thought that it was a bit, and like it made me start thinking, damn, do I do that many like bits that I like?
Yep.
And I was like, yeah, that sounds about right. All right, so Keith's gonna log back in. We're gonna try, but you both can hear me perfectly fine, correct?
Yeah. Mhm.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay, great. I just want to make sure. So while we're waiting for Keith, we have a big topic to talk about the evening. I wanted to talk about this a couple weeks ago, but we had to reschedule the episode, so that's what's happening today. And basically, it's X-Men 97 Season 2. Keith, can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, God, thank God.
Okay.
Oh, all right, folks.
Okay. I
Now
literally
we're going to
thought
do
it
this
was
all
a
over
joke.
again. No, we're not. All right, so
I literally thought you were joking. So I'm sorry. I apologize.
here's the thing. Okay, so big topic today. Supposed to do this a couple weeks ago. We had to reschedule. It's cool because we're back here now. Everyone can hear me. We're all on the same page.
Mhm.
X-Men 97 Season 2. We're going to talk about it. We're going to just have a lot of fun with it. Keith, are you ready?
Hell yeah, definitely ready.
If you had said you can't hear me, I would have run through the brick wall like Kool-Aid. I'd be like, oh yeah.
Oh man, I didn't take advantage of that. Damn. Okay.
Robert, are you ready?
I'm ready. Ready.
Java, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, then we're gonna start the thing. I feel like doing an introduction now was so anticlimactic. Hey, folks, what's up? So this is our Summer of Geek here on the Hungry Bleak channel. Oh, man, we're going to have so much fun with this one. It's great, but we're going to get introductions in here so we can start talking about the show right away. I am Antonio Pomares, a.k.a. the Hungry Bleak, the hungriest man in the room.
What's up? Is your girl Dropship with a new set of braids for the summer?
I thought so. I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
What's up, y'all? This is Keef Cross.
And this is Rob Jeffrey II, aka Rob the Rider.
Let's not skip over that name, sir. Robert X-Men Faith Throw
I was waiting
Hands
for him to say
the
that.
second. Let's not gloss over that name. Absolutely not.
Keep
So-
saying this. Child soldiers. Child soldiers.
We're gonna get out on this. All right, so we are talking about X-Men 97 Season 2. The trailer came out a couple weeks ago. I actually rewatched it, and then I watched the roster that they're gonna have for like just really like the teams and everything. I think they said there's gonna be maybe 32 like characters between like the X-Men, like the X teams, I should say. I shouldn't just say X-Men, just say X teams and other characters that are out there. Let me ask you first, Keith, what was your thoughts on the trailer?
Oh man, it looked amazing. It looked amazing, but I'll say I was most excited to see Cyclops. I mean, not Cyclops, but Colossus. Just like the brief back of him, because they didn't include him in the first season at all, and I was like, why? So at first I thought it was like Russian relations with America. Like, are they cutting him out to just But it's good to see him. I feel like it's gonna be brief though, but besides that, yeah, it looked great, man. I'm excited.
Java.
I'm excited. I kind of hope that we get like a longer set of episodes. And I already have like theories of like maybe who they could probably bring in that they haven't brought in a while, but we can discuss that on like, in later on in the show.
Okay. Robert.
I loved it. I mean, it was we've been waiting like 2 years for this. So
Yeah, it's about 2 years.
I think at this
2
point,
years?
yeah, like 2024. It was
It was March of 2024. Yeah.
Yeah, so definitely hyped. I like the fact that they're kind of expanding with the roster and with characters that if you're not an X-Men comic book fan, you wouldn't know. So I like the fact that they're bringing those types of characters that are less recognizable for new fans, to enjoy, and the deep cuts, because I saw a few folks from Generation X in there, and I know we'll get into that, but yeah, I'm hyped, for it. So the trailer was good.
Yeah, the thing I always loved about the X-Men animated series was that it did cameos all the time, and there was something about it because they were animated in. So you could have like they had like Spider-Man like on top of a rooftop at one point. I think they even had like Daredevil like looking down. Oops, his head was focused down. He wasn't looking. That was unintentional. My bad. I did not. I swear I did not mean that. Anyway. So I always loved their trailers. It was always so cool to me. It wasn't like trailers, or excuse me, it wasn't like cameos like you see in like an MCU movie where it would be like this huge thing. It was just a character there because there's so many characters in the X-Men in the X universe and the X teams. There's so many. So I love seeing more of these characters and them having prominent roles, especially Archangel and Psylocke, who are two of my favorites. And I want to see if they're going to have the romance in there and everything. But yeah, I'm sure they will have that. I hope they will have a nice substantial amount of episodes. I think there have already been greenlit for season 3.
Yeah. Yep.
And possibly 4, I think maybe. So this is like a big thing. Some people are saying this is their favorite Marvel offering.
It debuted at 100%, right? On
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. From what was it? It showcased at Robert
Tribeca.
Yeah, Tribeca.
Yeah.
That's huge, and I think the first season wasn't far from 100, from what I understand. It was 90 something. I want to say.
Yeah.
Like maybe over 95.
Which is really notable considering that the writer from the first series isn't going to be back, and there was a lot of like nervousness about him, about the quality of the show. So that's great news just to know that they kept it going.
Yeah. And to not, because a lot of times you'll be afraid of it not being as good when someone who instrumental is left off, and for it to be even higher and to be bigger and bolder is all with this. So Jabba, you were saying like characters that you kind of hope show up, whatever. Who would you be looking for?
So from the last season, like everybody's like scattered in different time periods. Now I don't know how deep we're gonna go into because of multiverse, but I'm just saying if we're gonna talk about, let's say, the future, I don't know if they're gonna maybe incorporate X-Men that you might see like X-Men Evolution. Like I'm looking for Spike. Even though like he was only for that show, but he was still like, you know, a notable X-Men where it's like, okay, you want to see like more of him. So I kind of hope that maybe like in the future timeline or universe, however they want to put it in there, like he might be in that realm. And especially if Storm meets up with him, we're like, who are you? Be like, you my auntie. You know what I mean? So that would be a cool meetup.
They definitely could have that "Hey Auntie" line in there too, and that would just make a lot of people just knock their heads up against walls. Honestly. So all right. So the list that I had from the actual trailer, that I
glasses on.
Like I went to. Well, you know, sometimes you got to be a professor.
I mean, we gonna be doing that, then I might as well get out my bifocals.
I mean, I'm taking them off right after this, so I'm just saying. All right, so from the trailer that I watched earlier, like it was the roster that they were showing. We have obviously Professor X, we have Jean Grey, Cyclops, Forge, Beast, Nightcrawler, Morph, Bishop, Rogue, Wolverine, Storm, Jubilee, Sunspot, Archangel, Psylocke, Cable, Siren, Strong Guy, Havoc, Multiple Man, Wolfsbane, Emma Frost, Polaris, Magneto. Those are names that they gave me on that trailer itself. We're all wearing glasses.
That sounds like a Marvel's Capcom roster.
This is like a team building thing. Right. What were you gonna say, Keith?
No, I said that's a stacked.
Yeah.
And that's not even looking at like the villains that we might see or other like characters just that are like a part of the X-verse.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's Apocalypse, right? You know, he's apparently like going to be the big bad. So that, you know, or what if we get the 4 Horsemen? You know, what if Gambit comes back as one of spoilers for the comic book? Yeah. So
it's like when you see Apocalypse, you know he's there for a reason.
Yep.
Yeah. It's never just him popping up. Like it's not like he's like there to cause some mischief and then he's gonna pop off. Right. He's not like Mr. McMixelplex. I hope I said that properly. I really hope I did, because there are way too many consonants in that damn name. Well, if he pops up, we'll definitely find out. I think Sinister might be in this as well.
I think yeah, definitely with the way last season ended.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I could see him popping back up. Um, one of the big things that I liked about season one, as compared like in terms of characters, is that they are able to make deep cut characters interesting. So if you only read the comic books, or if you were, you read the comic books and watched the cartoons, you knew about Bastion, right? But
Yes.
people who didn't read the comic books didn't know about Operation Zero Tolerance. So what I'm hoping is that we get those types of characters introduced, like the deep cut characters that they are making very interesting, for people, because like Bastion was a menace. So anybody who watched it was very, they were like, oh, why isn't Magneto the main villain? So I hope that we get those types of deep cut characters this season, in addition to the ones that we just named.
That's a very good point. I think they're gonna end up flushing. I can't wear these. These are reading the hell out of here. I'm trying to be a part of the team, but damn, I can't see anything. Yeah, that's a very good point. They have done a great job in fleshing things out more, especially with the second season, knowing that they can kind of throw the weights off. They can do more, and we're going to have a lot, especially with us having the teams. Keith, like as far as the teams wise, what team would you be looking forward to most to seeing?
Well, I don't know if they're going to have them because I didn't see anybody there, but I really like the new. I really want to see the New Mutants team, the Cable New Mutants team. I want to see Cannonball. I want to see Richter. You know what I'm saying? I want to see all of those guys with Cable. I would love to see that dynamic. And but even aside from them, I really want to see Chamber. That's one of my favorite characters.
Oh,
and I would love to see like Husk. You know what I'm saying? Like I want.
Yes.
But you never know. I feel like if they jam all those characters in there, they're gonna have like 2 or 3 second cameos. But that's cool. Whatever. Or hopefully they won't die. But
they were in the trailer. Chamber was in the trailer.
Oh, really? It was so
yeah. Chamber was in the trailer for a brief moment. He was actually somebody that got named in a breakdown video that I watched, and when they screenshot, I was like, "That's Chamber," and I think I saw Sync. So I'm a huge Generation X fan, so I was looking out for them as much as possible myself. So,
oh man, yeah, this sounds like it's gonna be better than the first season,
right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, which is what you want. You definitely want every season you want it to get better. Robert, do you think we'll get Generation X this season or possibly next season, since it's already been like there?
So,
because I don't want to jam too much into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and considering the fact that we're jumping between 3 different time periods, there's only so much that you can do. I think that, like you said, they'll sprinkle in those characters, and like obviously from the trailer, if not definitely one confirmed, but maybe Sync. I don't know if he's been confirmed, but I think that would be a good setup for season 3. To introduce the next generation of mutants, because that kind of ties into, kind of my theories about the live action universe that they're going to be doing. Because I think the good thing about X-Men 97 is that, and that world is so expansive, is that you can start now introducing different generations of mutants that have come after the main team. So you could start with Generation X, you could start with the teenagers that popped up in Grant Morrison's run. You introduce a bunch of the mutants that have, so the sky's the limit. But I do think by the 3rd season, you might have a separate school opened up that would be some variation of Generation X, if not Generation X completely.
I would love to see that.
Movies and the animation, like I wonder if they're going to kind of make them, like, you know what I'm saying, kind of run in tandem with each other, and like what happens,
I'm sorry. Well, I was going to say, I think that this might be the only remaining version of like the multiverse, like a multiverse esque TV series that they would run with. because it got it's so popular, right? You know, we are always talking about how these networks can't stay canceling shows. So the fact that they've re-upped this for possibly 4 seasons shows that they have enough. They feel strongly that this is going to be, something that's going to be popular. And I think that the interest for this animated series might even guide people over to the live action stuff that they're doing. So I think it is going to be its own separate thing with elements of maybe stuff that you've seen in the animated series. But I think that it'll be smart for them to run it in tandem because people can get the best of both worlds. That's at least my theory.
Right. Yeah.
Mm.
Now, I would say coming from a non-X-Men comic reader, just TV watcher from like the originals to like, the evolutions to now like, 97 and like the movies, of course. Here's my question. Who's going to mess up the timeline? Because they're in like 3 different parts of their timeline. Who's going to mess it up?
Barry.
It's gonna be Barry.
I don't even know why you're asking that question.
I mean, because like the old age rule where like whatever you do in one area is gonna mess it up in the future, so you can't like alter it too much because it ruins the timeline, makes it into a whole new timeline for it. So like, who's gonna mess it up?
That's a good question.
I don't know, man.
I'm trying to. I know it won't be. I know it won't be Bishop, obviously. Unless possibly there's something with Shard, his sister.
Okay.
That could be something there. Yeah, I don't
know, man. That's a good question.
Because I feel like I'm just thinking about the entire season. Depending on where they go with it, I feel like something's going to happen at maybe like the very end of the season, and it's going to cause the timeline to break and then start a whole new season for season 3. That's what I'm thinking.
You know who it'll be? It'll be Jean passing out again. And sorry, I had to. It might be something with the Summers, just because of how Cable is with time and it. Because at the end of season 1, right, we got them like together. I think it might be something with one of the Summers, possibly.
Was Wanda Was Wanda in the trailer?
No. Polaris was.
Oh, Polaris.
Yeah, like if you're thinking about Magneto's his kids, yeah, Polaris was in there. So yeah.
Okay.
It could be Magneto because he might end up liking that kind of power. I mean, him being like, at the Institute and everything. It could be Magneto maybe not wanting something to go back to the way it was. And that could be how he reestablishes himself as their fair weather enemy.
One thing I think about is, you remember in the I think it's called Remember Me or Remember It, the episode with Gambit, put it like that. There's that moment where Cable, right before everything pops off, Cable jumps out of that time portal and reveals, and he says, "Mom," and it's like he's trying to prevent. It seems like he's trying to prevent that night from happening. So it even begs the question, will we get a moment where we're talking about somebody affecting the timeline? Can we go back to that moment? Since we obviously are jumping across the time periods. I mean, I don't know. I wonder if my theory is that something that happens in the past has an effect on what happens in the far future. Because in the far future, everything is all messed up. So that's, if we're talking about who would have an effect, I think it might be something where Apocalypse gets some type of the power that he hadn't gotten before, and we might have an Age of Apocalypse style future. But there was only so much that they showed when they showed the Summers being in the future. So, and I actually need to go back and rewatch the first season because it's funny because everything before episode 4, the Gambit episode, that's what I remember most, which is strange. but not a lot about the last like 4 episodes or like 5 episodes or whatever.
Yeah, that may. Oh, also, Cable has a son,
Yeah.
so there might be something with that where he might have to affect it to save his son. I think it's going to come down to one of the Summers. I don't know which one, but I think one of them is going to have, because they each, especially Cyclops and Cable, they both feel this like leadership, this savior thing where they have to make everything perfect. And if something is out of range, especially for their family, if it's out of range, they'll do whatever they have to fix that. I mean, they sent their son, into the future. So I think it's gonna be one of the soldiers. She's not lying. I mean, I think it's gonna be one of
child soldiers.
I mean, that's a real thing, but I also think that it'll be one of the Summers that will cause a hiccup. Let's say. Maybe not intentionally, but something will happen, because there's always a secret. Somebody said that the X-Men, I mean, all comics pretty much are, but that the X-Men are like one of the biggest soap operas ever.
Yep.
Yeah.
I can agree with that.
Oh yeah.
So now I'm thinking about a T-shirt where somebody shows up and says to Jean and Scott, "It's your kids," because Summers, like Back to the Future too. It's your kids.
Somebody's making that T-shirt right now. I promise you. Yep. Keith, I love talking about the X-Men with you. I absolutely love it, because I feel like your eyes light up and you just start going to town on whether it's live action or animated, and I always love that. What's a character, or maybe I should say who? Do you think someone's going to die this season?
There's so many of them. Somebody's got to die. Like, somebody got to die. You know it. You know who it is. It's probably going to be because honestly, I still feel like they're going to. I feel like they're going to keep some stuff. I think when they do the feature length, they are going to have some throwbacks to the cartoon, because it's so successful. And a lot of people are going to, like you were saying, Robert, a lot of people are going to be there off the strength of the cartoon that wouldn't have necessarily checked it out. So I think they are going to have some like little light crossovers, if not heavy ones. But I mean, if I was gonna say who I would want to go, it would be like maybe like, I don't know, Morph or somebody. But honestly, who I really want to see is Gateway. I know we're not in Australia, but I just want to see him. I just want to see it. Maybe even his son. I don't know. But I can't say that who's gonna die? Anybody could go, man. Anybody can go. Apocalypse is there. Who's gonna stay dead is the question. and who's gonna become a horseman? Because somebody's gonna become a horseman. Unless if it's not gonna be who we think is gonna be, who is that gonna be? It'd be interesting to see a different take on the 4 horsemen than we've seen before. That would be cool. Especially if they did it just exclusive for this cartoon, so we've never seen an iteration of these people as horsemen before. That would be really dope.
So I have a thought of a person that could be a horseman, but I don't want to. It might be true, it might be not. Who has been part of the 4 horsemen? And then I'll give my thought.
Archangel, Wolverine, Gambit, obviously.
Okay.
And they've all been death, I believe, correct?
I
feel like it, but I'm not 100%.
I want to say all 3 of them have been death.
Okay.
Those are the only 3 that I can think of off the top of my head.
Okay, because I'm thinking it might be Scott. Just throw it out there. I think it might be Scott. That might be a 4 horseman. I'm just saying.
Well, I could see Happy.
It's a twist.
Yeah, this is kind of separate. I can see Havoc dying if we talking about who's going to die. That way, Cyclops can let the virus out and go crazy.
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that, because I mean, we did kind of see an evil Scott in Age of Apocalypse.
Yeah,
where he was like Apocalypse's like son disciple. That would
I love Scott as a horseman. That would be crazy.
That would be amazing. That
like I said, mind you, I've not read any type of X-Men comic. I'm just going off of knowledge.
That's
about to write one now. You're about to write one now, damn it.
That's a solid choice. I mean, that's a solid choice because I think, especially with how cool he was in the first season, and with him being kind of the focus, I think that would be a natural progression. That would be pretty cool. Can I toss my 2 cents in on the Death Train?
Yeah.
The Death Train. So I think I was going to say I don't necessarily want this person to die, but let's just go Professor X.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah, I think Professor X, because I think story-wise, if they are going the way that I want them to go, I think that pushes them further to Krakoa. Like if there's something that happens that takes out essentially the more peaceful, component or like side of this, this movement. I would love story-wise if that took them to a place where they were like, the mutants were like, let's just do our own thing, and then we get a whole Krakoa thing. So I think that Professor X would be my choice if that was to happen. So
I think he's dead in the comics
currently.
Yeah.
Is he okay? Okay. Because I know they stay down.
Like they do. But they have like a whole like as X-Men United is it's the Grey Malkin Institute or Academy, but it's like a psychic like college.
Okay.
Where they go to train. Being written incredibly by Eve L. Ewing. Obviously, I'll always be a fan of hers. Phenomenal. But yeah, it's like that. So when you were talking about having different schools, even too, like different institutes, what have you, that could be something that you can work in, because that was announced actually last year at New York Comic Con, and they're on issue 5, maybe or so, maybe 4 or 5, something like that. Which I would love. If Professor X was to die, and depending on how he died, I think that would be a catalyst for Krakoa. And if anything, I would want to see Krakoa after season 4. I want them to build up, because that's one of the biggest things to ever happen to the X-Men. That was a huge, to be able to, in essence, download and then have, those, I don't want to say clones, because I feel like that waters down each resurrection, but have a resurrection of each character like that. I think that would be huge. I don't want them to play too much with it, but I also want to see the Hellfire Galas.
Yeah.
I
think those are always so cool.
That's gonna be a Marvel special presentation or something.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Like, I think every year at a certain point, because I'm not sure what time of year it is that it happens. It might be coming up, because I think the one that's going to be coming up is like a murder mystery, like somebody dies at the gala.
Oh wow!
And they have to figure out who it is, which interests me. But I think that's going to be something that should be like this, or what they could do is, have your regular season during the summer. I think making the show like a summer staple is a great thing, because you don't have a lot coming out as far as summer stuff. You have movies and everything, but people are at home. It's hot. Movies can be expensive. I think having this as a summer thing is great. And then during the year, have like a 1-hour special of X4 of the Hellfire Galas. Every year, the different suit, the costumes, everything, like everything they wear is just incredible. It's amazing. So I think something like that would be great.
Are you saying animated or live action? Like
animated?
Okay, animated. Okay,
animated. Yeah. Because that animation is knocking me out. I absolutely am floored by the animation. It harkens back to 97, but then it's got this new, just revitalized feel to it, which I absolutely love.
Yeah, I was really shocked by it. From season 1's first trailer, I was like, but then when I watched, I was like, oh, damn, okay, yeah. So
yeah. There's just what was it? The sequence with Wolverine and Nightcrawler. And that, and what was the other one? Give them the forecast.
And
that I play that music on Spotify like do. The new shout out to the Newton brothers. I think they're the ones that do the music for but yeah, the animation is definitely better than what we had before. And it's fluid, right? I think that's like maybe a good way to describe it. But yeah.
And it felt very American, if that,
Yeah.
It doesn't have like any.
Not that that's anything, but it just felt like something that was made. Even though whether or not it was, I don't know, but it definitely.
No, I know what you mean. It's like really like you're watching a comic book come to life, animated outside the panel. So I get what you mean.
Right.
Yeah, and I actually do like the fact that they didn't hop on an anime like vibe with it. Like they kept it close to that, but gave it like this, just breathe new life into it. I don't know if that's from the animation side or if it's the technology or a blend of both. But yeah, to come out and be so like you're saying fluid, I think it's a beautiful thing too that this keeps up with anime. Now, obviously, a lot of anime fights. I mean, let's take Jujutsu Kaisen for one. I mean, like those fights are ridiculous and crazy and fluid and everything. But to have it be this style, and to still actually have a point of saying, no, we're going to keep it in this 97 style, but we're just going to give it more punch.
Yeah.
Seeing the fight with Cyclops when he's going around the room and he's doing moves from like the Capcom games.
Yes.
And this is that was his like redemption, because a lot of times we see Scott just not being the guy that we know from the comics, and even him doing it. I was sitting there like that fight. I was like, yeah, this is the cat that I would get when I was playing the Capcom games, that Optic Blast. This is the cat, and I absolutely loved it. So yeah, keeping that style was a beautiful thing. I absolutely think, and this is someone who loves anime and anime style, and people who borrow from that art medium, I absolutely love. But I don't know why my voice cracked, but seeing it in that way, but still being so furious, and like what Robert was saying, that fight scene when he goes, well, I've got 6 blades for you, and he goes, no, 9, and they just start fighting. That's core essence of X-Men, fighting fluidity together, and they were just going, and the bathing around the room, the teleporting. One of the things I need to see more of is Danger Room. I love the Danger Room.
Right.
Yeah.
Do we think we're going to get matching costumes?
Are we talking about like per time era or like all together collectively?
All together. Like, because there's always a point where they all wear matching costumes, and they go, yeah, no, we're good. Always.
I mean, I've never really been a big fan of it. I like Grant Morrison's.
Yes. Yeah.
But other than that, I like when they have their own individual, or if they do like have little hints of things that make it stand out. Like I remember when they were during the Jim Lee run, when they all had like the blue and yellow leotards on, and even Wolverine had this little leotard on. I was like, man, I don't miss it all. But I like individual outfits myself.
I mean, I think that, like Keith, speaking to, there is in the trailer, you see Jean and Cyclops, Jean Grey and Cyclops in that Grant Morrison motif. Everybody else seems to have like their individual, kind of thing going on. So, but I hope, I want a gold team, blue team setup, from like back in the day. That's where I want them to go. And I also, so if we're talking about uniforms, that's where I want to. But as far as like individual outfits, the one that I want to see, and I think we got that last season, but Rogue with the green hoodie, the green hooded, the green with it almost looks like a nun's habit, that. But yeah, so I mean, as far as uniform, blue team, gold team, any individually, that's what I want, at least with Rogue.
Now, in the first season, we got a really great cameo from Captain America, and the way she threw that shield was the pettiest thing possible. And I loved it because I was really sitting there thinking, damn, he gotta find that shield now. damn. Like I was kind of like I understood, like I was on Rogue's side, obviously, but I was upset for him because I'm like, damn, because I know what it's like when I'm trying to find a particular black shirt in a sea of black shirts. I'm mad as hell. So I'm like, how's he gonna do it? Jabba, out of characters who are not a part of the X-Men, but that can have a cameo in this, obviously because they're still part of Marvel. Who would you like to see as far as like make a cameo, kind of like how Captain America made a cameo in the first season?
Deadpool.
Oh, sure.
Just because. I mean, although they would have to like tone him down because obviously, like, Deadpool curses. I don't think X-Men curse like that, so he can't be saying, like, the F word, like, every 5 seconds. Like, this is a children's TV show, even though there is murder. But I would say Deadpool. And I feel like Deadpool would be perfect because at one point I feel like he would definitely break the fourth wall where he's like, why am I even here?
Right.
He's like, do you know why I'm here? Like, what time is it? What year is it?
I mean, yeah, that, and it would fit in line with, Marvel and having, a Deadpool and Wolverine and everything. They had him in the Spider-Man I forgot which Spider-Man series it was. And I mean, he was a little like right on the line, but he didn't do anything. It is possible to do. And this is a more mature X-Men series, which I also love.
But I don't think he won't go like balls to the wall like he would for Deadpool and Wolverine or like any of his other movies. But I feel like just because he made that X-Men was a cameo in his movie, it would make sense for him to make the appearance in their TV show just because.
That could be really funny too, because you could definitely hint at the fact that so now you're all here.
Yeah, and also I feel like they probably could have like him as like a buffer episode where like if it gets like too serious, just like have something like to like kind of like make everybody chill out a little bit, kind of like for anime references where like we're all gonna have like that anime beach episode where all the characters go to the beach for whatever reason, just have fun, and then they come back and then there's more chaos.
You know what I love? I love how each of us know an episode like that, and we all just laughed when we thought of a particular series that we know. We're like, yeah. There was no need for that beach episode. There was no need for that. Y'all going through hell and high water.
That would be fun if he actually does do a reference. We're like, we're going to the beach, and it is a beach episode for X-Men with Deadpool in it, just to be funny.
Right.
I want to when they all get back to the same timeline. I want that for season 3.
The beach episode.
Yes, and I need Cable and Deadpool, definitely them together. Because
that would actually be yeah.
Because I really did enjoy that series of them, the Cable and Deadpool series, because it was just so good. But I felt bad for Cable just about every damn issue. This guy is just the worst individual possible. He's the worst. He's not even the worst. It's just that there's just somebody talking for the sake of talking, and you're like, I will just do anything for you to shut up. I'll just do anything for you to shut your mouth. Anyway, right. Keith, what about you? Who would you like to see outside of the X-Men teams that's still part of Marvel make a cameo?
Damn, outside of the X-Men team. Man, there's so many people that's going to be there. Does Callisto count? Because she's not really...
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I would say her because I feel like when I see her around, then we're getting closer to seeing Storm and Cyclops battle for the crown, which I would love to see. And of course, the Morlocks. I just love Storm. I love when she was like leading the Morlocks. Like I love that whole arc. I would love to see that animated. So I didn't see Callisto in the trailer, but I was looking for it too. But did I see Leech? Was Leech in the trailer? I feel like we saw him getting loaded. Or was that the first season? I think that was the first season.
I think that might have been the first season.
Yeah.
But I'm a big Morlocks fan, so my pick would be Callisto, definitely.
Nice. What about you, Robert?
So for me, he's kind of Deadpool adjacent, but Taskmaster.
Yes.
So yes. I am not one of the hordes of fanboys who lost their ish because Taskmaster had a different origin or a different sex in the Black Widow movie, and I think she's also in Thunderbolts. But one of the things that I always enjoyed about Taskmaster is that he would whoop your butt and talk ish at the same time. Like it wasn't like there was always something, because like I always saw him in the Spider-Man comic books, and it was always like amazing to me that somebody was whooping the brakes off of Spider-Man and just talking crap the whole time. And just like, so I would love to see, that was the only thing that I wish that they had introduced into the MCU. Like, I wish that she could have been, I mean, they literally had her mute, right? So I wish that she could have done that in the MCU. So if we get that version of Taskmaster, and if we could in the X-Men 97 universe, for whatever reason, because, he's a merc, he's a mercenary. I think that would work really well. And that whole thing about being able to read people's abilities, and I miss Taskmaster. So I would hope that I would choose him, to be introduced.
If that's the case, Taskmaster and Deadpool in the same episode, because there's something about the two of them. They have some type of animosity or something like that. I can't remember what it is. But I think there are two people that Taskmaster hates fighting. I think it's Deadpool and Moon Knight.
Oh, okay.
He literally does not want to fight Moon Knight at all, because Moon Knight's whole thing is, I'll take every punch you got. And Taskmaster, he copies your fighting style. He doesn't want to get punched in the face numerous times for, what. So I think those are two people who he does not want to fight because they're so unorthodox. Yeah. And Deadpool talks more ish than Taskmaster does. So yeah, I think I would love to see that, because it was the episode where it was Deadpool and Spider-Man, and they went to Taskmaster's like training camp, and it literally looked like a summer camp. Like it literally looked like a summer camp. It had cabins, everything, what have you. And they get there, and I think he's like, "Oh yeah, Deadpool's here," and Taskmaster goes, "What?" And he's looking around. He's like, no. And he's like trying to literally like not fight him, I think, something like that. But those two people he does like fighting.
Okay.
And I can't blame him for that, truthfully. I'd like to see another Avenger. I don't know which one, because I would like to see them butt heads. Those two teams at some point. But I want to obviously focus more on the X-Men and what's happening with them and everything with the mutant kind. But I like the fact of seeing this superpowered police force, honestly, with what the Avengers are, versus this almost kind of vigilante liberation team.
It's the socialists versus the greasers, pretty much.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So wait, who will be the pony boy?
Damn. All right. Yeah. That's a deeper discussion.
that reference from a movie called Outsiders for him.
Sorry.
Well, I think some people might know about that because there's like a Broadway show. I don't know if it's still going on, but I know it's a Broadway show out now. But the movie was, what was that, like 85? 80?
It was 80 something.
I think it was earlier. Like 83 or something like that.
Yeah, that's damn.
So I remember we had to read the book and then watch the movie in school.
Right.
So yeah.
Yes, I meant to say it was a book first.
I mean,
reference the book. That was it. It was a book first, but the movie was great.
I think I might like to see Iron Man as the Avenger, and then and then them giving him crap. I know I would love to see. As you were talking about Krakoa, I do want to see the scene where Scott talks to Franklin, and he's like, "Whenever you're ready, come on, we got you." And the way he ignored the hell out of I love that scene so much. I'm like, yes,
yeah.
I love that scene of him being like, he talked to Franklin alone. Everyone else he couldn't have gave a damn about. And I love that because Franklin is a mutant. I mean, and he's the most powerful. Is he the most powerful person in the Marvel universe? As far as humans,
Yeah, I think he is. I can't think of.
I think he is. I know he's like Omega level as a child, like,
which is wild.
yeah, because I think they even suggested that in I don't know, in the latest Fantastic Four movie, like his power, like how powerful he is.
Yeah, because he's able to just, but I would love a scene where they're talking to Franklin and they just completely ignore Reed and Sue. This ain't got nothing to do with y'all. This is mutant. This is us.
Right.
We here. And talk to him. I need to reread that. God, that was a great.
I feel like there's one person from the Avengers that might be able to pass. I'm gonna say Thor. Because Thor's a god. So technically he already has powers. And I feel like him and Storm could just be like, hey, lightning? Some lightning. Okay. We can build a bridge.
Right.
I think.
Cause you figure like on like a mutant power, I think Thor would be like the only, well, between Thor and Spider-Man, technically I wouldn't have like powers because Iron Man is like a suit. The Hulk is radiation, so that he could turn that on and off if he wants to.
I would say,
Ant-Man's also a suit as well.
Spider-Man might actually be a better choice for me than Iron Man. Because Spider-Man's gonna make it awkward as hell too.
Yeah. I think he'd be amazed.
Hey, get out.
Ghost Rider.
Get out. Get out my house.
Get
out of my house. I swear to God, get out of my house.
That wasn't meant to be like that. That wasn't meant to be like that, but I think he would. Because he would.
Well, that was a spectacular answer. Like what are we gonna do? We're gonna do this now?
I didn't mean it. Because I do remember, but no, you're right, because I do remember when I think it was in the animated series when they had that crossover for X-Men and Spider-Man, and he was like, wait, you guys have powers too? He's like, I'm not the only one. Like he was like literally like shocked, like amazed. Okay. It was spectacular. I feel like he would do that one. I could leave.
You are so close, Job. You are so close to the sexual chocolate exit. You are so close. You're so close to all right, so we've got a few minutes left. I'm going to ask each of you this question. I always love this question because there's so much of a variety of characters and abilities and everything like that. Whose power set would you want of anyone in the X universe? Keith.
Damn.
He looked, the way he said it was like I said something about his whole heritage. He's like, damn.
Can you come back around?
Yeah.
Robert.
The big question.
For me, it would be telekinesis. So it would be Jean Grey. I've always had a crazy fascination with telekinetics in comic books, and always loved how they showed her aura ability, being used to, like in the 90s. I don't know if they do that so much now, but I remember like the Jim Lee telekinetic crackling energy or whatever. But telekinesis, I would want to have that ability.
That's a good one. That's a real good one. I've always enjoyed, aside from her passing out, like the jokes that I make, like, I mean, honestly, like she is like one of the most powerful beings. Like she's strong enough where she was like the vessel for the Phoenix Force by herself. Like it wasn't like 5 other people. Like it was just her. So yeah, that is a good one. What about you, Jabba?
I'd have to go for Magneto's powers.
Oh, okay.
Because I would have said Jean Grey, but I'm like, I don't want to hear everybody's thoughts. I feel like that would give me a headache.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Like you can't turn off your brain because you hear everybody else's thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like with Magneto, like you can control metal in any shape or form, and kind of like shout out to I think it was the X-Men 2 when he drew out the metal out of like the human body, which is kind of cool. As he tried to escape the prison. That was dope. I was like, I like that.
That was foreshadowing of something.
Like the little metal balls flying around. Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So I would take Magneto's powers.
Okay. Keith, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. So I'm gonna go with long shot.
Ooh.
Mm.
because I think it would be cool just to be lucky. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be so powerful that I'd be kind of like isolated or kind of like just somebody that's always like people hawking after him or just even though you could wear a mask. But, you know, also there's the agility aspect. You know, I'm a big dude, so being able to flip around and people like, yo, how's this dude doing all these crazy acrobatics, man? So I think I'm gonna go with long shot, man, because it's like of course telekinesis would be awesome, and also okay, strike that. So it's either gonna be long shot or Kitty Pryde.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
You know, I like that too. Just I'm out of here, y'all. I'm like, damn the traffic.
You just go.
Like that's it.
He
just walked through a wall. That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
Somebody just talking to him. Somebody just talking to Keith. He's like, yeah, all right. He just starts sinking into
Go through the floor.
Oh, you fight? Okay.
Oh my god. Oh, that's perfect. For me, it's Bishop.
Mm.
Bishop's powers are always so fascinating. I think one, he's like a human compass, so he never gets lost.
Yeah.
He always knows the proper direction to go somewhere, which I think is beautiful. But his power to be able to take any type of like a blast or like kinetic energy, he can store it as potential energy and then redirect it. I think the possibilities are endless. Like he could basically be like a battery.
Yeah.
And he could possibly even use that energy to possibly extend his life even longer, to almost be immortal. But then to be able to just redirect it, I always think is one of the coolest things possible. But I think because he has a new 5-issue series that just started last week. Yeah, it was last week. Issue 1 came out. I didn't I guess I kind of thought about it. He's more focused when he has his rifle than when he just does the power himself, like just from his like body.
Right.
It's more focused that way, which I didn't realize. But I still love the fact of being able to take that energy and then to just redirect it or possibly store it to even make yourself maybe even stronger or maybe even invulnerable. Possibly, like I love that aspect of it. He was just always between him, like when X-Men Legends 2, I think it was, came out, and they finally gave us Bishop as a character to play. He was my main character. I love playing him because he would just take it, he would just direct it. Between him and Iceman, just because I like cold powers. I think they're beautiful. I think it's something so amazing to do that. But back when the X-Men came out, like 97 came out, it was Archangel. I loved his transformation from being this kind of happy-go-lucky guy and whatever to being this brooding, just angry, and he had a right to be angry. I mean, obviously he had his wings ripped and then replaced with these metal wings. I really want to see the Four Horsemen. I really want to see, but I want to see Scott. You know what? I might have to look that up because something's making me think Scott may have been a horseman. For some reason, I'm picturing Scott with white hair and like white face and just his eyes and no visor.
Ooh.
There's got to be, yeah. I'll have to look into that.
I feel like his beam would change colors.
Yeah.
Maybe like blue or something.
Yeah.
Purplish black.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah. And like the energy just kind of wafting off of him, almost like a flame or like a like that. Oh.
Or maybe like a bright white, just to throw it off.
Damn.
Yeah, he should be Pestilence then. That would be great. Like isn't that one of I don't know. I mean, I forget the Four Horsemen. Isn't Pestilence one of them or no?
War, famine, plague, pestilence, and death. Yeah.
I was gonna say is persistence one of them because he would definitely be that one.
That should be what it was like. We can't kill this guy. Dude, just keep coming back. He's the most positive horseman possible. Like, I know we can do it. We got this. I don't think you get the gist of this whole horseman thing.
Yeah.
I don't.
Right.
I think Trump.
The Four Horsemen is conquest, war, famine, and death.
Okay. So definitely would work.
I think what were the names you said again?
It's for the apocalypse, it's conquest, war, famine, and death.
So conquest takes over for
There's the white horse, war is the red one, famine is black, and then pale is death.
Huh. So they
I feel
changed
like
the
if
whole
Scott were to be one, he'd be conquest or war.
I think I like
In my
war.
opinion.
No.
Yeah. I don't think that he would be death yet. Yeah, I would probably say war for some reason.
Probably.
For Scott. Just because he's a soldier. He is, I mean, like you
Yeah.
said, child soldier. Literally are soldiers. And he's like their tactician. He's like, yeah, that would make sense.
No limit, right?
I mean,
Yeah.
all right,
Soldier.
that's not for this. That's
He's definitely fighting. There's more fights than wins. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
yeah. This really makes me want to just play the old games and watch the old series all together and then watch the new series. Because this is I love the fact that we're giving Scott so much love and giving him that representatively.
I told you he was recently released on that Marvel Cosmic Invasion game, and he has become one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Like they did a really good job with his move set, skill set, and in the comics he's been past the point of the Boy Scout that everybody did not like. So yeah,
I think X-Men 97 did a lot for how people are going to approach him, like in media from that point on.
Yeah.
If people that read it, we already knew, but to see it, like jumping up, moving around, like in motion, is completely different. Just gets your juices flowing, about what's possible,
Yeah, and everything he's able to do with his optic blast, everything, just Scott. And I'm also like, and the visual that we got of James Marsden, as Cyclops, just letting the beam go. Yeah. We're in for a huge Cyclops, like just renaissance. Like even he had a 5-issue miniseries, which I'm loving what they're doing with the X-Men right now is that they're giving certain characters 5-issue miniseries. Just to get you feel into it. This is, I want to say Jed McKay is orchestrating the X universe now. I think it was Hickman. Then I think when Hickman left, I think Jed went to it. And I think that he's the one orchestrating a lot of this, what have you, from what I think I was understanding with the panel that they had in New York Comic Con last year. So you're seeing a lot of. He was also recently introduced along with Moon Girl and Double Dinosaur and Rivals. Nice. They had the most beautiful trailer of Scott. Just when you see him really go in, like the optic blast, and he can actually fight as well. Like it's not just him just constantly going like this. Like he can fight.
Yes.
And he uses that uses the optic beams along with the fight. It's just crazy. It's amazing. So folks, that's it. There's a lot to partake, but X-Men 97 season 2 will be coming out, I believe it's July 1st. Don't know how many episodes. I think the first season was 8 episodes?
It was 10 episodes.
It was 10? Oh, damn.
Yeah.
That was 8 for some. 8, I think 8 sticks in my head first off now because a lot of shows do 8, but 10 is even better. That's awesome. So we're going to have, the questions are going to be answered. Who is where? How did they get back to the timeline? And we're also going to be getting to see a character that isn't talked about very often, but was a favorite, Feral Wolverine. You think he's bad now? Magneto took his adamantium out, and that was the only thing that was holding back his powers. I'm absolutely loving it. I think I still have that issue. I think it was X-Men 300.
Yeah.
Maybe something like that, where they pulled out
Magneto's pettiness.
One of the most violent and harsh things to see in a comic at that time. And I remember being in a movie theater watching before the lights dimmed. I was reading, and I was like, and I was with my my high school sweetheart at the time, and I was like, oh my god. She was like, what? And I was like, I just handed it to her, and I just sat there quiet. And she read it. She's like, oh wow, they took. I was like, I don't even know how that works. That's so cool. So we're going to be seeing a lot of cool things. Shout out to the team that's a part of it, the animators, the voice actors. It's just such an amazing crew doing it. And season 3, season 4, season 5, however long y'all want to go, we'll be here for it, I'm guessing. Because you have so many, I mean, you have all that lore to pull from. But can we please get Thunderbird or Warpath on the show, please?
I know, right?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
And can we get them on more T-shirts? I bought this T-shirt because it was because it was like the giant size issue X-Men #1. But I wish that like Thunderbird was here, and he died in the first issue, which is I you know what, that was my bad. That was my bad. That was me. Well, folks, that's the show. Look, we're going to be back next week with our first of what we're doing for each month for June, July, and August. We're going to spotlight a different thing. And June is Jabba's month. And she has got Black Cake that she wants us to watch and showcase and talk about next episode. We're going to have a lot of fun with that. And then we're going to be going on to do some more episodes of different topics, summer stuff. We might even need to talk about a couple things because there was a really cool trailer that came out today. Spider-Man, we might be getting Man Spider, as Job was saying, possibly, maybe. I don't know.
It looks like it.
I'm thinking, yeah.
I mean, it makes a lot of sense because, as we've been saying, we harken back to 97 cartoons and the animated stuff. Yep. Spider-Man, that episode had Kraven and Punisher in it. We will not be saying Kraven, sure of that. Not even going to talk about that movie, but Frank is in there, and I love that whole aspect and everything. So it'll be really cool. We're going to have a lot of fun with that. So, folks, for this episode, thank you so very much. As always, I am Antonio Pomares, the Hungry Bleak, hungriest man in the room.
This is your Job Sham with the braids of the summer.
All right. Keef Cross.
I am Rob the Writer.
No, the show. Throwing these hands. Throwing the hands.
Just say throwing the hands, Jeffrey. I mean,
Robert, X-Men, stay throwing hands.
X-Men, stay throwing hands, Jeffrey. The second.
That doesn't roll off the tongue just yet, but we'll give it some more practice and we'll be good with it. Folks, have a very good evening. Enjoy the rest of it. Please be safe. Drink your water. Take your vitamins. Take your medications, whether it's for a physical, mental, or emotional ailment. Not trying to please you. Just want to make sure that you're being the best you that you can be. And we will see you next time around. All right? Have a good one, y'all. Bye.
Peace.
Almost hit the wrong button. Damn it. There's too many buttons. I'm old, man. You know, let me put my glasses on. Done. All right. Peace, y'all.